We talk about Wayne Gretzky's 2,857 points. We talk about Alex Ovechkin's hunt for the goal record. But there's a number currently happening in the NHL that might be the most absurd testament to greatness we've ever seen. And almost no one is framing it the right way. Since 2005, the world has changed. iPhones didn't exist when this started. 4 different US presidents have held office. And through every single lockout, global pandemic, and concussion that threatened to end his career, Sidney Crosby has done one thing with mechanical certainty. He has averaged at least 1 point for every single game he has played. "21 seasons, 21 times at a point per game or better." He didn't just tie the great one, he left him in the rear view. This isn't just a good stat, it's a statistical anomaly that shouldn't exist in the modern era. To understand why 21 is the magic number, we have to look at who else is in the room. For decades, Wayne Gretzky held the record with 19 seasons. Think about that. Even the man who owns every record eventually fell below the line. Gordie Howe, the man called Mr. Hockey, 17 seasons. Mario Lemieux, 15 seasons. The point per game threshold is the universal benchmark for elite status in the NHL. If you're a point per game player, you're a star. If you do it for a decade, you're a Hall of Famer. But to do it for every single season of a 21-year career, that is a different level entirely. But let's go back just a moment. In sports, we throw the word generational around until it loses all meaning. We've seen dozens of can't-miss prospects miss. We've seen saviors arrive at struggling franchises only to be crushed by the weight of a city's desperation. But in 2005, the hype around Sidney Crosby wasn't just noise. It was a mandate. The NHL was emerging from a devastating lockout that had wiped out an entire season. The game was in trouble, and Pittsburgh was on the brink of relocation. At 18 years old, Crosby wasn't just asked to be a good hockey player. He was tasked with saving a franchise and carrying the future of the league on his shoulders. Imagine being a teenager and having Wayne Gretzky tell the world you're the one who will break his records. Most kids would fold. They'd settle for being very good. But Crosby did the impossible. He didn't just meet those astronomical expectations, he eclipsed them. He took the next one label, pinned it to his jersey, and spent the next 2 decades proving that for once, the hype was actually too small. But all of this nearly never came to fruition. Most people remember the concussion that cost Crosby nearly 2 prime years of his life. But look at the numbers. In the 2010-2011 season, he played only 41 games. He put up 66 points. That's a 1.61 point per game pace, the best of his career to that point. The next year, he played only 22 games. He still put up 37 points. Most players coming back from a brain injury that sidelined them for 14 months would take a warm-up year. They'd struggle to find their rhythm. Crosby didn't have a warm-up year. He just kept scoring. Even when he couldn't play a full season, he made sure that every time he stepped on the ice, he was the best player on it. Here is where the stat gets truly scary. In the 1980s, the average NHL game saw nearly 8 goals. In the dead puck era of the late 90s, it dropped to 5. Crosby has played through 3 distinct eras of hockey. The post-lockout era, the Wild West from 2005 to 2010. The second dead puck, the heavy defensive era from 2011 to 2017, to what it is now, called the modern speed and skill era. The most impressive thing that constantly gets overlooked is that as Sid has gotten older and the game has gotten faster, he hasn't just hung on. In his age 37 season, 2024-25, he put up 91 points in 80 games. This season, at 38 years old, he secured his 21st season with 74 points in 68 games. He is doing this while the Penguins are no longer the juggernaut they once were. He is carrying a roster playing 20+ minutes a night and still producing at a rate that 24-year-olds in their prime can't touch. So why wasn't this the lead story on every sports network? Because consistency is boring. A goal chase is a countdown. It's a ticking clock. It's dramatic. But a point per game streak is just there. It's the background noise of the NHL. We've become so accustomed to Crosby being elite that we've forgotten how hard it is to actually stay at that level. To have 21 seasons at a point per game, you have to be healthy, you have to be motivated, and you have to evolve. Sid the Kid was electric. Modern Sid is surgical. He used to beat you with his feet. Now he beats you because he's already visualized the play 3 seconds before it even happened. He reinvented his game just to keep this number alive. When Sidney Crosby eventually hangs them up, he won't have the most goals, he won't have the most points, but he might have the one record that defines the sport better than any other: the most years spent as an elite player. 21 seasons. Never a dip. Never an off year. Just 87. It's a number that has become synonymous with a specific brand of madness. Behind the 21 seasons is a level of obsession that most superstars couldn't maintain for 5. We hear the stories from teammates, how he's the first on the ice and the last to leave, even after 3 Stanley Cups and 2 Olympic golds. We see it in the equipment, the same model of skates he's worn for decades, the same superstitious routines that haven't changed since he was a young teenager. That's the secret. You don't get 21 years of elite production by being the most talented. You get it by being the most diligent. While the rest of the league was chasing the next big thing in training, Crosby was in the basement in Cole Harbor, stick handling through a dryer to perfect his backhand. He didn't just play through the evolution of the game, he anticipated it. When the NHL got faster, he got stronger. When the defensive schemes got tighter, his vision got sharper. He turned consistency into a weapon. When we look across the landscape of modern sports, we see a rare breed of the ageless. We see LeBron James defying physics in year 23. We saw Tom Brady winning Super Bowls in his mid-40s. Sidney Crosby belongs in that exact same breath. Hockey is a game of car crashes. It is a game that breaks bodies by the time they hit 30. Yet here is Crosby, in his late 30s, still sitting in the top 10 of all-time scoring. He's not just hanging on to a roster spot, he is still the engine of a franchise. If 21 seasons at a point per game sounds impossible, it's because it should be. It's a feat of endurance that transcends hockey. It is a masterclass in what happens when a generational talent refuses to let time dictate his decline. We aren't just watching a great player. We are watching the most consistent athlete in the history of North American sports. And the best part is, he isn't done yet.